250 pots at 700 pounds each, 175,000 pounds of steel gear loaded before a single crab is caught. The boat carries its own weight and traps before it carries anything else.
The flare test at dawn. One flare burned on the dock means every flare on the boat works. Life rings need to be reachable in 2 seconds. Not behind a rope, not under gear, not tangled. 2 seconds. If you're reaching for it, someone is already in the water.
And then they're gone. The lights disappear around the point and the harbor is quiet again.
A bull stellar sea lion, 1,200 pounds. He's found the buoy line and he's using it as a lounge chair. He outweighs 3 crew members combined and he knows it. The broom does nothing.
Fulmars follow crab boats the way sharks follow blood. They can smell bait from 20 miles. When you open the bait hold, you have about 45 seconds before it's a scene from a horror movie. The sleeper shark, slow, ancient, and utterly silent. It followed the pod up from 400 feet and it will follow it back down. As you may see, you are never alone in the water.
Whoa, look at that! Get the camera, quick! It's just sitting there!
Before sunrise, the only sound is the bow wave and the dolphins breathing as they surf it. For 5 minutes, nobody on this boat thinks about quota or weather or anything at all.
The walrus regarded the crew for 90 seconds. Nobody spoke. It was unclear who was more confused. Then it exhaled.
Bioluminescence. Billions of microscopic organisms lighting the wake in cold blue fire. On a boat in the middle of nowhere at 2 a.m., it is one of the most beautiful things a human being can see. The whale surfaces under the line. If it breaches there, the line wraps and the whole system fails catastrophically. It surfaces 10 feet away instead, breathes, dives. The crew decides they believe in something.
Sea otters. They eat king crab too. They're the competition that never misses quota. The fishermen love them anyway. It's impossible not to.
A dead sperm whale, 60 feet, maybe 45 tons. It will float here for weeks before it sinks, becoming what ocean biologists call a whale fall, an entire ecosystem on the bottom for years. The GPS has been down for 6 hours. The captain takes a sun sight with a sextant, an instrument that hasn't changed in 200 years. Wire rope splicing. The deck boss learned it from his father, who learned it from his. A proper splice is stronger than the original line. An improper splice will fail at the worst moment.
Mare's tails heading northeast mean the barometer drops by morning. And the ring around the moon? A ring around the moon means storm within 24 hours. Wow.
The hydraulic pump shaft seal has been weeping for 3 days. A slow leak becomes a complete failure eventually. The engineer rebuilds it at sea with parts he carries because he's done this before.
Cut the wire clean, no burrs. Rope set, thimbles tight. Swage it down hard now.
The cook makes bread twice a trip. He doesn't announce it, he doesn't need to. Every pot gets load tested before the trip. Put weight in it equal to what you hope to catch. Watch every weld. If it fails on the dock, you lose a pot. If it fails at 30 feet, you lose the pot and the catch.
Vessel 1, radio check. Position, status, weather, emergencies?
The dip net keeps hands away from snapping claws during transfer. A crew member who loses fingers to a king crab claw is a crew member who can't work. The net protects the crew as much as it moves the catch. 50 fathoms between pots. Exactly. Too close and the pots compete for the same crab. Too far and you can't haul them efficiently. The spacing is a decision that compounds across 250 pots.
King crab work the edge between rocky and sandy bottom, the interface zone. So that's where we set the pots.
The block took the sleeve. Not the arm, the sleeve because the jacket had a weak seam. For the rest of the trip, he works 2 inches further from the block, every single time.
Coast Guard, this is fishing vessel. We have hauled out a low naval mine.
Copy that, Captain. Stand clear. Help is on the way.
The Williamson turn. Throw the helm hard over, reverse course, come back on your exact track. In theory. In 40-foot seas with a real person in the water, in theory needs to be automatic. Every cook on every fishing boat has a galley fire story. The good ones handle it before it becomes a story anyone else tells. In 15-degree seats, bare metal will take skin with it if you touch it without gloves. Gloves can freeze to the metal too. Pour warm water slowly. Pull suddenly and you lose the skin and the glove. A Pacific spiny dogfish, 6 feet of extremely unhappy shark in a 700-pound steel box. The crew has 90 seconds to sort it out before the next pot needs the launcher.
Smoke in the instruments. Main breaker cut.
The bridge goes dark in under a second, just radar and compass on battery backup. In a storm, this is not a good moment to be troubleshooting wire. 2 pots tangled on the bottom, their ground lines crossed by current drift. You haul both up at once and sort out the mess on deck. An hour of cold work, a damaged pot, a lesson in checking current direction at set.
Bearing Sea Star, this is fishing vessel. Crossing your bow, altering course to starboard.
A harbor seal has established residency in the fish hold. It arrived through a hatch left open at dock.
-22 Celsius. The moisture in your breath freezes on your face hair in under 4 minutes. The metal on the pots burns like fire if you touch it bare. Sea ice forming at the margins of the fishing grounds. The captain watches it carefully. Too much and he can't haul his gear. Ice moves fast when the wind shifts. Below 15 degree, hydraulic fluid thickens and lines can partially freeze. The heat gun thaws the line without damaging the hose.
3 inches of ice on the deck. Without crampons, you're on your hands and knees in 30 seconds.
Frozen equipment doesn't fish. The crew spends 2 hours every morning de-icing before a single pot can be hauled. It's invisible work. The fishing video never shows this, but it's what makes the fishing possible.
The windows are frosting on the inside. The bridge heater is running flat out. Early frostbite on 2 fingers. Tips are white and waxy.
The freshwater tank is 40% frozen. The heat trace goes on to prevent complete freeze-up. Meanwhile, the cook melts clean brash ice in a pot for cooking water.
The northern lights appear without warning at 1 a.m. Work stops. All 6 men stand on a frozen deck in the middle of the Bering Sea and look up.
Anchor ice forms on the seafloor in very cold, shallow water. The crab respond by moving to slightly deeper ground. The captain adjusts his set locations accordingly. The ocean tells you where they are, if you know how to read it.
The gear is frozen stiff. It holds its shape when they take it off.
Bad injectors on the main engine. The engineer does a job at sea, single-handed, in a rolling engine room. 6 hours. Both engines back on full power. The CO2 fire suppression test. If the hold catches fire, this system floods it with carbon dioxide in 15 seconds. It also kills anyone inside.
Shutting off hydraulics. Switch to emergency tiller.
Emergency tiller steering. If the hydraulic steering fails in a storm, this 6-foot steel lever is how you control 140.
The sea chest is failing, water coming in fast. Timber plug goes in first to slow it. Hydraulic cement sets around it in salt water in under 3 minutes. The bilge pump gets ahead of it. They don't sink today. The hydraulic line fracture and the fire that follows are the longest 8 seconds of the captain's life.
Coiler's dead. We have to coil by hand. 600 feet for each pot? That's insane. 80 pots. Our hands will be shot. We have no choice. Let's get it done.
Radar down, antenna bearing seized. No radar means no other vessels, no weather returns, no land detection. Knee deep in the shaft alley, the water's 34 degrees, and the seal needs to come off the spinning shaft with the boat underway. The king crab molting in the live tank, the entire shell splitting along the back and the soft new crab emerging. It grows 20% in this moment.
The old shell is perfect, empty, still shell is getting so big now.
Like tree rings, each molt leaves growth lines in the shell structure. This crab is 18 years old. It spent 18 Bering Sea winters on that bottom before this pot found it. Worth considering. The king crab navigates by chemistry. Its thousands of sensory hairs detect chemical signals in the water, food, predators, mates, and it walks toward or away from them. It found the bait pot from 200 meters. A buried female, she's carrying 200,000 eggs under her abdomen. She's the future of this fishery. She goes back without discussion. Every man on this boat knows that her eggs are their next season. King crabs aggregate for protection and warmth. A single cluster might hold 50 crabs in a space 10 feet across. Find one aggregation with your scout pot and you can set 20 pots around it. The acoustic tag is smaller than a thumbnail. The signal it sends will be received by hydrophones across the Bering Sea, building a picture of where crab go after they're released. This is how the quota gets set next year. 2 degrees warmer than last year. It doesn't sound like much, but for a cold water species with narrow thermal tolerances, 2 degrees means they 2 degree riles.
This barnacle castrates the crab and turns it into a zombie, forcing it to serve the parasite's needs. The crew listens with the expression of people who didn't ask to learn this.
The plankton sample glows in the dark. Dinoflagellates, single-celled organisms producing cold light through chemical reaction. The same organisms lighting the wake at night, the base of the food chain, visible in a jar.
The pot descends through a world most people never see. Kelp gardens, animate fields, sponge forests, an entire ecosystem sharing the bottom with the king crab. It reminds you that catching crab is the least of what's down there.
The crab fight at 350 feet, and the winner walks straight into the pot. The captain watches on the underwater feed and says nothing. The ocean has its own logic.
The water's gone milky. Spawning event. The captain moves his pots 5 miles east without being asked. You don't fish spawning aggregations. Not because you can't, because then there's no season next year.
Easy does it. Let me give you a hand. Thanks. I've got the hang of it. Look at how they're moving. See the edge ones piling up? They're stressed. You increase the oxygen flow first, then check the temperature. The crab tell you what they need. You just have to watch.
Nobody knows the captain keeps a journal. Has for 20 years. Every trip. He writes about the sea, the crew, the decisions that weighed on him.
His father worked this sorting table for 15 years. He died in March. His son is back in August because being here is the closest he can get to him now.
165. I'm gaining on you. Not for long. 170 now. Board's updated. 170 for crew member 2. Keep it up. Records inside. So close.
Deck machinery held up, but the new crew needs more drills on the hydraulics. Fuel efficiency was down 10%. We need better route.
A king crab can regrow a lost claw over 3 to 4 molt cycles, 2 to 4 years. It doesn't stop living. It doesn't mourn the claw. It just grows the next one and gets on with it. The fleet gathers once a year. Flowers on the water, names read. This year there are 3. The captains stand in line and do not speak after the names. Out of the water for the first time in 18 months, the hull tells the season. Wear patterns from heavy weather, a dent from the container graze, the general honest wear of extreme use. In the untouched central basin of the Bering Sea, king crab walk their ancient territory exactly as they have for 5 million years. The fishery exists at the edges of this world. The center is still theirs. The season in one map. Every mile, every set, every haul.
Okay, this big one goes in the keeper pile. You're a feisty one. Now, let's sort the rest. These are too small. Back you go. Almost full. Just need a few more big ones for the boat.
The last crab of the season. By tradition on this boat, the last legal crab goes back. It has been done this way for 22 years and the captain has never explained why. He doesn't need to. The Yupik community has harvested from this water for 4,000 years. Their seasonal catch might be 2,000 pounds. The fleet takes 30 million. Both exist because of management decisions made by people in offices.
Here's some king crab for you.
Oh, wow. King crab? This is incredible. Thank you.
It's amazing. Best Tuesday meal ever.
At anchor in a light snowfall between trips, the boat is the most peaceful thing in the world. Quiet, white, patient.
February. The fleet is in, the grounds are frozen. The engineer is in the engine room. He's always in the engine room.
From space, the storm is a beautiful spiral. From the bridge of a crab boat in its center, it is something else entirely. The king crab migrates seasonally, shallow in summer to spawn, deep in winter to survive. The fleet follows this migration. The migration follows the ocean follows the climate. Watch what happens next. The deck carries the season. These rust stains are where the water pooled in the same storm for 4 days. This worn path is where the crew walked from the pot launcher to the sorting table 10,000 times. In July, the Bering Sea goes flat calm for a week. The same water that generates 60-foot waves lies there like a mirror reflecting the mountains. $340 for a single king crab at Tsukiji Market. The fisherman who caught it was paid approximately $6. The gap between those numbers contains everyone else in the chain and the silence of everyone who caught it.
Got it.
New Year's, a Japanese family. The king crab is the center of the table and the center of the celebration. The crab was alive in the Bering Sea 11 days ago. The storm that tried to sink the boat was 2 weeks ago.
When the conditions are right, a crab boat at full speed is a thing of pure efficiency. Every horsepower doing what it was designed to do. 3 hours of daylight on the winter solstice. The fleet works in the dark, eats in the dark, hauls pots in the dark. The last boat of the season clears the harbor. Dutch harbor goes quiet. The quota boards are zeroed. The gear is stacked. The season that was is now the season that was. The ocean that's coming doesn't know this. Professional fisherman prepares for one of the most demanding hunts on the ocean, chasing the mighty bluefin tuna.
These men have spent decades at sea. Every preparation counts.
Tons of crushed ice are loaded before every trip. Bluefin tuna must be kept at near freezing temperatures the moment they're caught. Their value depends on it. The captain reviews overnight sonar data, checking water temperature gradients and underwater ridges where bluefin are known to feed at depth. Miles of long line must be rigged, checked, and stacked perfectly. A tangled line at the wrong moment could mean losing a 1,000-pound fish. Each hook is hand-sharpened and baited with fresh mackerel. Bluefin are smart predators. Only perfect bait will fool a fish that's lived decades in the open ocean. At 4:30 a.m., the engines ignite. $100,000 of fuel, gear, and human skill heads into the Black Pacific, chasing a fish worth its weight in gold. The harbor disappears behind them. For the next 18 hours, there is nothing but open ocean, fish, and whatever the sea decides to throw at them.
Birds are dive on bait. Chase on. The sonar paints a picture of what hides beneath. That red mass on the screen? Potentially hundreds of bluefin tuna.
Nothing beats a human spotter above the deck. From the crow's nest, an experienced crewman can spot a bluefin boiling on the surface from half a mile away. A bluefin boil is one of the most violent and magnificent spectacles in the ocean. These fish can weigh 1,000 pounds and sprint at 40 miles per hour.
The captain pushes the throttle to maximum. A bluefin boil can disappear in seconds. Every knot of speed counts.
Below the surface, the bluefin move like underwater missiles. Hydrodynamic, powerful, perfectly evolved for speed and predation over millions of years.
Current shifting east. We need to adjust the waypoint. Got it. Setting drift pattern now. 68 degrees. That's the sweet spot for bluefin tuna.
Floating kelp patties are fish magnets. Bait fish shelter under them, and bluefin know it. Every floating object on the open ocean is worth investigating.
Dolphins and bluefin often hunt together, both species driving bait to the surface in a coordinated feeding frenzy. Where dolphins go, tuna follow.
Fleet, this is lead boat. School at 1256 and West, moving in.
Commercial tuna crews share intelligence. A found school benefits the whole fleet, but only for a short time.
The long line set begins. Over the next 2 hours, this crew will deploy up to 60 miles of main line with hundreds of baited hooks suspended at precise depths. Each gangion, the short line connecting hook to main line, is attached every 80 feet. Timing and spacing are critical to keeping the gear from tangling. Down it goes, into the blue. Each baited hook drops to 150-300 feet.
Tying chem lights to every 5th hook. All right, keep it steady. Crack and tie, watch the glow. Line's paying out smooth.
Chem lights attached to the gear glow blue-green in the depths. The set complete, the line stretches for miles across the Pacific. Now comes the hardest part of any fishing trip, the weight. When a school is spotted close to the surface, the purse seine is the weapon of choice. The net surrounds the entire school and is then pursed tight from below.
Coordinates locked, keep it steady. Pull the line, keep it tight, she's closing fast. 15 now, keep it coming.
Live bait is the ultimate bluefin weapon. A live, panicked mackerel on the hook sends vibrations through the water that triggers an instinctive attack response. The hook must go through the upper jaw, precise enough to keep the bait alive and swimming naturally, but secure enough to withstand a 1,000-pound strike. Kite fishing keeps the bait on the surface directly in the bluefin's strike zone, while keeping the line away from the boat, eliminating shadows that spook fish.
Steady now, let the wind take it.
A well-spread trolling spread covers multiple depths and distances simultaneously, increasing the chance that a patrolling bluefin will encounter the bait. The first run is the most dangerous. An angry bluefin can generate forces that would snap a lesser rod like a twig. The angler must apply precise, controlled pressure. The captain becomes part of the fight. Boat positioning is half the battle. A wrong angle can give the fish leverage to throw the hook or break the leader. At this moment, 150 pounds of test fluorocarbon stands between the crew and the fish. The drag is set to the precise breaking point. Below the surface, the bluefin feels no fear, only the instinct to run. This fish has survived the open Pacific for 15 years. It will not give up easily. Pump and wind, pump and wind. Every turn of the reel is hard won. A big bluefin can fight for 3 to 4 hours before it tires enough to approach the boat.
Multiple strikes, get to the lines, now! They're pulling hard, start hauling the port side! Port end first, keep the tension steady!
There it is. The first sight of the fish breaks the crew into cheers and curses. It's enormous. This could be a 600, maybe 800-pound fish. The leader man's job is the most dangerous. Getting hands on the leader with a 700-pound fish thrashing on the other end requires nerves of steel. The sounding run. When a bluefin dives straight down next to the boat, it's using the deep water to leverage its full weight against the line. This is where fish are lost. One shot. The gaff man gets one clean opportunity. Miss, and the fish will surge and likely throw the hook. The gaff connects. Now the real fight begins.
3 men hauling on a thrashing 700-pound fish is like trying to drag a motorcycle out of the water.
Every man on deck pulls together. A bluefin this size can break a man's arm with its tail. This is pure muscle and adrenaline. Sport has nothing to do with it.
Watch the tail!
The fish must be dispatched immediately. A prolonged fight damages the meat through lactic acid buildup, directly cutting the fish's value at market. Speed is money.
This is ikejime, destroys the brainstem for best quality. So no stress chemicals? Exactly, keeps the meat perfect for sushi. I see, very precise.
The spinal cord wire destroys the nervous system, stopping all reflex muscle contractions. The fish feels nothing, and the meat is preserved in perfect condition.
About 600 pounds.
The fish measures 7 feet from nose to tail fork. In a Tokyo sushi restaurant, this single animal could become 10,000 plates of toro, selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Immediate bleeding is mandatory for sushi-grade fish. Blood remaining in the meat turns it dark and acidic. The fish must be bled within minutes of landing. The gutting process must be complete within 20 minutes of landing. Every minute of delay allows bacteria to spread from the gut cavity into the meat, destroying value. The target is 34 degrees Fahrenheit, just above freezing. From this moment, the race against decay begins. Temperature control is everything in the tuna business. The tail core never lies. Deep red color means premium grade. White fat marbling means the fish has been feeding well. This one is looking like a grade 1, top dollar.
What's the quality on this one?
Into the hold it goes. The fish hold is kept at 33 degrees Fahrenheit, a refrigerator the size of a room, packed floor to ceiling with ice. Each fish is logged, tagged, and positioned for maximum air circulation. The hold temperature is checked every 30 minutes. A careless degree above target costs thousands.
Length 185, S weight 220. Copy, tagging now.
Tag number 427. 427 log.
Captain confirms, log is complete.
Smaller fish may be processed on board. The bluefin is broken down into its 4 main loins, the akami, chutoro, and the prized otoro, the fatty belly cut. Otoro, the fatty belly, is the most expensive cut of tuna in the world. A single kilogram can sell for over $200 in Tokyo's finest sushi restaurants. Vacuum sealing extends the premium shelf life from days to weeks, maintaining that sushi-grade freshness all the way from the Pacific to its final destination. Temperature logs are checked and recorded every hour. Cleanup is done immediately after every fish. A clean deck is a safe deck. Blood-soaked surfaces are dangerously slippery, and the crew works at the boat's edge. The cook is the unsung hero of every fishing vessel. Hot food keeps the crew's energy and morale up during 18-hour fishing days in cold, wet conditions.
The Pacific shows no mercy. A weather system the forecasters predicted to arrive tomorrow is here today.
The squall is moving at 25 knots, direct intercept. We have 45 minutes.
Faster! It's gonna snap! It's at max! Keep it tight! Watch the hooks, it's heavy! Coil it now! Don't let it tangle!
The storm hits like a wall. Within minutes, conditions go from uncomfortable to genuinely dangerous. On a commercial fishing vessel, every storm is taken seriously. Inside the wheelhouse, the captain reads every wave before it comes.
Oh, 5 gauge brace! Water's coming in! Securing the lines! Watch your step! Pressure holding! Gauge is next!
The engine alarm is the sound every captain dreads. Without propulsion in rough seas, the boat becomes a cork, unable to head into waves or control its position.
Engine rotor failure, she's dead!
Kelp in the intake, clearing it. Damn, that's hot. Coming back now.
When that engine catches, the relief is physical. The boat answers the wheel again. They're not out of danger, but they're back in control. No one goes on deck in a storm without a safety harness. It's the only rule that matters. Every year, fishermen go overboard in conditions exactly like these.
Dick, all secure!
The hull held. David cracked here, long line's a mess. All right, secure the gear, we're clear.
Cold fronts push warm water offshore and bring cold deep water to the surface, a thermal upwelling that can scatter the bluefin schools in minutes.
Dense fog is disorienting and dangerous in an area of commercial shipping lanes. The radar becomes the crew's eyes, and the foghorn their voice.
Deploying acoustic telemetry buoy now. Splash confirmed, it's active. Data is coming in, look at the screen. Strong signal, we've got fish below. Thermal breaks are bluefin highways. The line between warm and cold water concentrates bait fish. Get the 130 on, this setup has to be perfect. Drag set, belts ready. Good, let's test the pull.
Fighting a giant bluefin is an athletic event. Heart rates hit 160 beats per minute. Arm muscles give out.
The flying gaff is used on very large fish. Once set, it doesn't matter if the pole breaks. The fish is secured.
Double header, 2 fish at once.
What? Gaffing this one now!
Good, get the straps on both, no mistakes.
Strap secure, this one's ready!
A jumping bluefin is a heart-stopping moment. When the fish goes airborne, the line goes slack, and if the hook isn't set perfectly, the fish shakes it free in midair. The GoPro footage shows what anglers can only feel. The bluefin doesn't rush the bait. It inspects, considers, and then attacks with a violence that defies its size.
Let's... Let's reset. Snaps bent. Knife. Got it. Here. Splice is set. Rebuilding the clip. Good. Get it in.
Brailing, scooping fish from the net into the hold, is brutally physical work. Each brail can hold 500 pounds of fish. In a good set, this goes on for hours. Live chumming keeps the school at the boat. The bluefin are in a feeding panic. The crew has minutes to take advantage before the school sounds and disappears. The night watch. While the rest of the crew sleeps, one man stays awake. Ice management is a full-time job. As ice melts, so does the fish's value. Fresh ice goes in every 6 hours, no exceptions, no shortcuts. The blue whale surfaces without warning, 100 feet of living ocean alongside a 60-foot fishing boat. For a moment, the fishing doesn't matter. Nothing else does either.
This is ghost gear. We'll cut it free and haul it in for disposal. Clear the winch. Let's get this aboard.
The Coast Guard rescue is textbook. Within 90 minutes of the call, the injured fisherman is being winched into the helicopter. At sea, that response time is a miracle. These hands tell the story of a life at sea. Every scar has a story. Every callus represents years of early mornings, rough weather, and fish that fought back. There is a specific kind of tired that only fishermen know. Bone deep and earned. The heading changes toward home. The last gear is in, the hold is packed, and the captain finally allows himself to think about the number. The run home in the dark is a time for processing. The crew talks about the fish they caught, the fish they lost, the weather, the gear. The sea never stops teaching. Good fishermen prepare for the next trip on the way home from the last one. Gear that fails at sea costs fish. Gear that's checked and maintained never fails. The harbor lights are the most beautiful sight after 18 hours at sea. The engines stop. For a moment, there is complete silence. Then the chaos of unloading begins. A new race against time to get the fish to market.
The dock crew has been radioed ahead. They're ready. Every minute the fish sits without fresh handling after a long trip is a minute of value escaping.
Solid muscle. That's a high grader. Keep it coming. 687 pounds. Grade 1.
The captain nods once. His poker face reveals nothing, but inside the math is running. This fish alone pays for the fuel.
Grade 1, perfect color, exceptional fat content. In 18 hours, this fish will be at Tsukiji Market. 楽しみです。到着を待っています。
The cold chain continues from sea to shore. These fish will be in a refrigerated environment for every second of their journey from ocean to auction block.
Good doing business. As always, the price is fair.
Commercial fishing pays on a share system. Every man earns a percentage of the catch's value minus expenses. The boat gets cleaned before the crew goes home. It's a mark of professionalism. The next trip starts the moment this one ends.
All right, that's the last of it. Good work.
After every trip, the engine gets serviced. Bluefin fishing boats run at maximum effort every trip. Engines that don't get maintained don't run, and boats that don't run don't catch fish. The bluefin doesn't rest, even after it's been landed. It rides through the night in a refrigerated truck, the cold chain unbroken, heading toward its final appointment. Fish auctions operate in the dead of night. The buyer who sleeps misses the best fish. This floor moves millions of dollars of product before most people have breakfast.
150, 160, 175.
新鮮すぎる。完全だ。太平洋の深さ冷たい水。これだ。購入しよう。
In Japanese hands, the bluefin becomes art. Each cut is precise and purposeful. The knife that breaks down a 700-pound fish has been sharpened every day for 20 years.
36時間前に太平洋にいたマグロです。生きた大型の捕食者から地球上で最も贅沢な食体験の一つへ。
Not every bluefin is landed. Scientists partner with commercial fishermen to tag and release fish, building the population data that makes sustainable management possible. Bluefin tuna have swum these oceans for millions of years. Their numbers have declined by 80% in the North Atlantic and Pacific since commercial fishing began. The numbers are stark.
Whoa, look at the size of that. A beauty, is it your first time? Yeah, it's incredible.
Respect it. It earned its place.
The ocean is bigger than all of us. Commercial fishermen know this better than anyone. Super freezing at minus 60 degrees Celsius locks the bluefin at the precise moment of peak quality. Properly super frozen bluefin is indistinguishable from fresh in blind taste tests. The wrapping technique was developed in Japan decades ago. The cotton layer absorbs moisture and prevents ice crystal formation on the flesh, preserving texture perfectly. Some of the finest bluefin caught in the Pacific will be on a Japan Airlines cargo flight within 24 hours of landing at dock. The world is smaller when you're moving a fish worth $100,000. Storage warehouses hold bluefin at minus 60 degrees, sometimes for months, waiting for market conditions or specific restaurant orders. The fish inside are worth millions. Defrosting a super frozen bluefin is a 48-hour process. Too fast, and the cell structure breaks down. Done correctly, the fish emerges in the same condition it was frozen in.
Temperature is steady at 30 degrees.
Tomorrow comes fast when you're a commercial fisherman. The ocean doesn't care about your tired legs or your sore hands. The fish are out there. You either go get them or you don't.
An entire fleet heads out together. The bluefin don't know we're coming. Every day at sea is a complete story. Beginning and end, triumph and loss. The work never stops, the ocean never rests, and the fishermen keep coming back. These hands know what few hands know. They have held the leader of 1,000-pound fish in open ocean. In 65 million square miles of Pacific Ocean, one boat searches for one species. The scale of that pursuit, the audacity of it, is humbling. From below, the boat is just a shadow. From below, all human technology is just a shadow on the water. The bluefin tuna has crossed ocean basins, dived to 3,000 feet, and survived everything the sea has offered for 40 million years. We've been hunting it seriously for 60. The score is still being settled. Commercial bluefin tuna fishing is one of the last great wild food hunts on Earth. It demands everything from the men and women who do it, and the ocean always has the final word. £400 of frozen herring for bait. The smell hits you before you even open the bucket. By day 3, you stop noticing it. By day 7, it smells like money.
This is the pot launcher. A man lost his hand here. The hydraulic block crushed a deckhand's leg. The rail, another one over. He survived.
50 seconds, move! Stuck. I got it.
40 seconds, help him.
Lines off at 5:30 a.m. As the dock falls away, something shifts inside every man on this boat. The world they know gets smaller. The world ahead gets bigger.
Good. Good. Frame's cracked. Could you fish with it? Maybe. Would it hold a full load swinging over the rail?
Communication is the last line between being rescued and being a statistic. The EPIRB emergency beacon gets tested every trip. If it fails to transmit, nobody knows where you went down.
This one's bad. This one's bad.
Baiting 200 pots before you even get to the grounds. Each bait jar gets packed tight. Herring, cod scraps, the occasional squid. The crab can smell it from 200 meters in current.
Vessel on port, hold your course.
Copy, holding course.
Passing starboard now, clear on my side. Clear here, safe passage. Watch your heading, keep her steady. Aye, Captain, holding steady. Good. See this point? It's a reef. We'll steer clear.
A torn mesh panel means crabs escape through the gap. You repair on the go, braced against the roll, tools in both hands. On a crab boat, nothing waits for calm water. The steering hydraulics are the captain's hands extended into the rudder. 1,500 psi of hydraulic pressure turning 70 tons of steel through 40-foot seas. The GPS goes dark. Solar interference, equipment fault, doesn't matter. The captain immediately reads the compass heading, marks the paper chart, and checks the radar. A water spout. A tornado over water, small by tornado standards, maybe 50 feet across. Hailstones the size of golf balls at 40 knots. They don't just sting, they cut. In seconds, the deck is white with ice, and standing out there means real injury.
Trust the radar.
Freezing rain creates clear ice, invisible until you step on it. The entire deck becomes a skating rink that can send you over the rail before you know you slipped.
Roadway! Hard to starboard! East of line 3! We're over it! Check the hull!
Lightning at sea finds the highest point,
On a flat ocean, that's your mast. A direct strike can fry every electronic system on the boat and leave you deaf, dumb, and blind at sea.
A loose toolbox, maybe 80 pounds, is bouncing off the rail in 60-knot winds.
The radar dome is iced up. It's reading phantom targets. Somebody has to climb the mast in 40-knot winds to chip it free. The deck boss doesn't even argue. He just clips on and starts climbing. You fix it at sea. The boat doesn't get to stop for repairs. The welder braces himself against the roll, drops his mask, and turns storm damage back into working equipment. The barometer doesn't lie. When the needle falls that fast, something big is coming. The captain doesn't need the weather radio to know, but he listens anyway. The coiler takes 600 feet of ground line and stacks it perfectly.
Ah!
Setting in current means the pot doesn't land where the GPS says you dropped it. The captain works upstream of the target, reads the current, and places each pot by feel and calculation. The line snags the cleat. In that fraction of a second, the whole boat could go over if that line holds. The knife is in his hand before his brain catches up. He cuts. Everything continues. Night sets are slower and more dangerous. Everything looks different in deck light. He goes over in 30 seconds with a knife.
Hit a pinnacle on the way down. Rocks at 280 feet can destroy a pot frame. You repair it right there on deck. Every pot in the water is money. A pot on deck is just weight.
A ground line tangle can cost you 45 minutes and the catch from 2 pots. The crew doesn't swear, they just work. Every knot untied by cold hands in 30-knot wind is a small victory.
Scout buoy going down now, Cap. Good. Watch for the bottom readings. Flash confirmed. Data's coming in.
The harness clip is checked twice, every time. The man who only checks once was washed over on a trip in 2019. 150 dots on the chart. Each dot is a 700-pound steel trap sitting on the bottom of the Bering Sea. The last pot is down. The deck boss makes his mark. There's nothing to do now but let time and the ocean do their work. The hydraulic block spins at 200 RPM and pulls 2,000 pounds.
Whoa, look at the size of that. Careful now, don't hurt it. All right, back she goes. Wow, look at that inkjet.
An experienced crew can sort 400 pounds of crab in under 4 minutes, hands moving faster than thought. Grab, gauge, keep or release. They've done this 10,000 times. The latch fails at 30 feet. 350 pounds of king crab falls back into the Bering Sea. Nobody speaks. The deck boss picks up the faulty latch. He knew which pot it was. Kelp and stripped bait. Something was in that pot. Something big enough to take the bait jar through the mesh. Maybe a large Pacific sleeper shark. They destroy bait and leave. This is what they don't show you in the fishing videos. On the bottom, 350 feet down, the crab detects the bait. It has no idea what waits above. It just follows what evolution told it to follow. Line bird's nest in the block. The pot is hanging on a fouled line 40 feet down, swinging in the swell. Every swing risks snapping the line. Pick the tangle fast or cut and lose the pot. On the line, crab goes back. Always. The regulations are clear, and beyond that, this crab will grow another inch in 2 more years. It'll be in a pot again, and that's worth more than keeping it now.
Look at this cut. Crab got me good. Ha, that's nothing. This rope burns a beast. All right, give me your hand. This'll sting. Just wrap it tight, brother. There. Badge of honor.
Whoa, a live king salmon in the crab pot. It's a beauty. Quick, back it goes. Ugh, look at that splash. Pot 1, 45 crabs, 180 pounds. Pot 2, 52, that's 210. Pot 3, 610. Come on, up she goes. The block's redlining. There, holy, it's massive. That's it, the haul. Best of the trip.
After hauling all 150 pots, you set all 150 pots again. You just did 18 hours of hauling and now you do 8 hours of setting. This is the crab boat cycle. This is why you earn the money. The world from inside the pot. The bottom falls away at 60 feet per minute. The crabs inside don't know what's happening. They just know the world is wrong and moving too fast. 70,000 pounds of live crab in a tank creates enormous biological load. Oxygen depletes, ammonia builds from their waste. The balance between alive and dead is a constant management challenge. Some crabs fight. This one has been fighting since it was pulled off the bottom and it hasn't stopped. 20 pounds of pure aggression with claws. The crew respects the attitude even as they put it in the tank. Mortality audit. 3 dead since the last check. 2 show signs of old shell injury. They probably wouldn't have survived anyway. 1 is a mystery. The count goes in the log. Hung pot. The wire caught on something. A rock, a pinnacle, a piece of old gear. You try every angle. You fight it for 20 minutes. Then you make the call. Cut and lose the pot or keep fighting. You cut it. $2,000 of gear and whatever catch was in it stays on the Bering Sea floor. The
the washdown between hauls. Everything goes over the side, the waste, the blood, the smell. For 10 minutes, the deck is clean. Then the next haul comes up and it starts again.
Hold still, I've got you. I'm fine. Back to work.
Dislocated shoulder from a wave catch. Old injury, happened twice before, probably happen again.
Doc, he's got severe abdominal pain, vomiting, and a high fever.
Understood. Check the crystal. Yes, there. It's there. It's tender.
The edge that cut him gets ground off, right now, because the next cut might be an eye or an artery. Hazard identification on a crab boat isn't paperwork.
Enough! Rig it right. Get back to work.
Real sleep in a storm is impossible. You lie in your bunk, hold on, and achieve a state somewhere between rest and readiness.
5 minutes. Just 5 minutes with your eyes closed and the wind in your face and nothing to do. Live transfer through the water pipe system. The crab never leaves the water. Pump from the boat's tank to the plant's holding tank without stress, without air exposure. Live crab, premium price. The plant grades every crab by size and quality. A 12-pound male goes to the premium Japanese export line. A 3-pound goes to domestic retail. The price difference is over $40 per crab. The color change happens in under 2 minutes. Brown gray to brilliant red, the chemical reaction of the shell protein responding to heat. The same crab, two completely different creatures. Splitting the leg shell to expose the meat for frozen sections. Each worker processes 200 crabs per hour, 200 precision cuts per hour, every cut the same. They know this crab by touch. Blast frozen at -4 degrees fall in 8 minutes. The water glaze applied immediately forms a protective ice shell around each section, locking in moisture and freshness that won't be broken until the restaurant opens it. IQF, individually quick frozen. This is the gold standard. Every single section frozen alone means the restaurant thaws exactly what they need. No waste, perfect product every time.
色は鮮やかだが霜のつき方が熱いですね。結晶も粗い。測定しよう。厚さが基準内。許容範囲内。他のも解凍ほとまりに影響する。この箱は良品です。
4 boxes rejected. To us, it looks perfect. To them, the glaze is 0.3 millimeters too thin on 12 sections. Redirected to domestic retail, $1,800 less per box. The standard costs money to maintain. The reefer container will maintain -20 degrees from Dutch Harbor to Narita Airport to Tokyo to the restaurant's walk-in freezer. The cold chain cannot break. A single temperature excursion destroys the product. The truck makes the airport in 45 minutes. The cargo flight leaves in 90. From the bottom of the Bering Sea to a Japanese cargo airport in 48 hours. The supply chain never sleeps.
High bilge alarm. Water getting in somewhere it shouldn't. Could be a loose fitting, a weeping seacock, or something worse. You find it, and you find it fast.
Generator fault. The boat goes half dark in under a second. Emergency power covers the bridge, navigation, and bilge pump. Everything else is offline until the engineer fixes it. The voltage regulator, a $40 part. The engineer carries 6 of them because in 20 years, this has happened before.
Transferring fuel to correct the trim. Pump engaged, flow is steady.
The pots come out of the water for the last time this trip. Stacked and lashed, they travel home on the deck like trophies. Every pot was worth it, even the empty ones.
9 days of work clothes. The washer runs for 12 hours straight.
Clothes hanging in every available space below deck.
Orcas. The crew stops what they're doing without discussion. Every man on deck, 6 fishermen who've seen everything, and still, when the orcas come alongside, nobody moves. Nobody speaks.
Dutch Harbor traffic, this is FV Northwestern. Requesting dock space and crane crew for offload. Over.
Lines on the dock. Engine off. The sudden silence after 9 days of constant engine hum is almost shocking.
875. 1,240. Total, 2,115.
Plant Dix on Plandates, 98.7 Cloudmark. The live tank work paid off in every dollar they're about to receive. The post-offload clean takes 3 hours. Every surface, every tank, every corner. A boat that smells like crabs spoils faster. You clean it right and she's ready for the next trip in 36 hours. The maintenance window is 36 hours. Welders, electricians, riggers, they work from the captain's damage list and their own inspection. Every deficiency fixed before she goes back out. The scientists work the same water as the fishermen, but with different gear and different questions. Their annual surveys set the quota. Too low and the industry loses money. Too high and the population crashes. The quota decision is made in an office in Juneau with population models and 40 years of data. A 10% quota reduction means millions less in the fleet's pocket. The industry is changing. She's in her 2nd season. The sorting table doesn't care who's behind it. The crab comes up the same way. She's faster than 2 of the men she works with and they'll tell you so. Ghost gear. Lost crab pots keep fishing for years, catching and killing crab that no one ever retrieves. The cleanup program has recovered over 2,000 lost pots from the Bering Sea since 2011.
The table gets their king crab with butter and lemon. They are completely unaware of the man who went overboard, the engine that failed at midnight, the storm that tried to sink the boat. They eat and it's delicious.
Between seasons, the dock goes quiet. The boats rest, the crews scatter home, the machinery sleeps.
Behind glass and separated from the ocean, a king crab is still extraordinary.
This boat has caught over 4 million pounds of king crab in 22 years. She's been rebuilt 3 times, repowered twice, named the same thing since the day she launched.
From up here, you can see 6 boats. Each one holds 6 men. Each man has a family and a reason for being here.
We harvested these waters in ways the sea could sustain indefinitely.
In winter, when no boats are fishing, the Bering Sea floor is the same as it was 10,000 years ago. Dark, cold, pressured, and full of life that has never needed human attention to continue.
The Alaskan crab fishery generates $150 million in revenue every year. These are not abstract numbers. They are full cold storage rooms and loaded dock scales and families making mortgage payments.
The Bering Sea demands a price. Not always the ultimate price, but always something. Your sleep, your comfort, your peace of mind, your sense of safety. Every trip it takes something.
At dawn, the fleet scatters. 6 boats to 6 different hunches about where the crab are. In 18 hours, they'll all know who was right.
The Bering Sea seasons turn without opinion. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Crab season opens, crab season closes. The boats go out, they come back. The mountains watch it all and say nothing.
This is the reason. Not the money, not the drama, not the danger. This animal, in this place, continuing what it has always done. The whole industry rests on its willingness to walk into a baited trap. From below the surface, the boat is just a shadow. A dark shape moving above the world.
Full throttle, heading out. The same direction these men have been going their whole lives. Toward the difficult thing. They're gone.
They do.